88 won the Berg, your Music Central, and the Central Washington University Athletics live stream. Ladies and gentlemen, thank you for tuning in to our broadcast of Central Washington Lady Cat basketball. Today we face Evergreen State. And folks, I am your play-by-play broadcaster, Ryan Gildersleeve, thanking you once again for tuning into our broadcast. Ladies and gentlemen, if you were not here for our first game of the evening, we saw our Central Washington men's team defeat Evergreen State by a score of 108-79. That's right, a 29-point victory for the men's team. We'll see what the women are able to do as they have constructed a great start to the season, in all honesty. The team currently sitting at 9-3 total, 2-0 in conference play. They have not lost in conference play, obviously. And when you look at that 9-3 total, you may notice that it's a little bit smaller than the men's total on the year in terms of games played. You see, I've talked about this a couple of times throughout this winter break, but something that should be known is that the Lady Cat basketball team, what they do is they play a variety of different tournaments to open up the season. And really, by playing these, not only are we able to get a better idea statistically of what they're going to look like as we come into a series like this, not only that, but we also get to watch the team in person, get to see any new players that may have just joined the roster, and we get to get a real understanding of how this team is going to operate this year. Now, of course, as we walk into this next season, this 23-24 season, a big thing on the minds of many of these Lady Cat basketball fans is the leaving of one of our bigger players of all time, that is, of course, being Samantha Bowman. Samantha Bowman set records for Central Washington and surely is a Hall of Fame candidate if you are looking at Central Washington in and of itself. Even if you're looking at Division II in and of itself, Samantha Bowman left a legacy that is going to be followed for quite a while, or at least spoken about for quite a while. But the big thing is, when you look at this Central Washington Lady Cats team this year, not too much has changed. Now, when we look at the changes of this team compared to last year, there are some fairly obvious ones. Now, we look at the statistics for this team, right? And we look at who the two leading scorers are. Now, the Lady Cats, something that's interesting, and you're not going to find anywhere else around the GNAC as of right now, is two guards, both averaging 20-plus points a game. That's right. Sunny Huerta and Asher Kai are both of which are returning players, of course. They have both put up averages of 20 or more points a game this season. Both of them sitting right around that 20 a game bar. Now, you know, it's interesting because when you watch the Lady Cats play, it's a very specific style of offense. It's a very specific style of defense. They shoot the ball a lot. They're very competent from beyond the arc, and when they get a wide open look out there, you best believe that they're going to take it. Now, this team, they've shown time and time again their shooting ability from practically anywhere on the court. If you were here this past Saturday, you may have noticed a game where saw Sunny Huerta put up an outstanding amount of points as the Lady Cats went and beat their opponent, Linfield University. Now, among this, we saw a lot of mid-range scoring, which seems to be something that's on the mindset of this Lady Cat basketball team more and more as these games roll forward. Mid-range scoring is, of course, something that the Lady Cat team they've kind of reveled in over the last couple of years. I mean, last year, of course, most of the scoring coming from the inside, and you could say the same for the 3 years before then. But this year, a lot of their scoring comes off the shot. This is a team that's, like I said before, very competent when it comes to shooting the basketball, and when you give them a shot from beyond the arc, they are bound to take it, ladies and gentlemen. So, as we do approach the beginning of this game, we're about a minute and a half away as of right now. So we're going to go ahead and send it off to break for just a moment. And when we come back, we will have the beginning of this game as your Central Washington Lady Cats take on their opponents, Evergreen State. Not only Evergreen State, but the Gooey Ducks. Sorry, folks. Took me a second for my mind to remember the mascot name of our opponent here tonight. But as I've said before, we'll be back in about 30 seconds here on your Central Washington University Athletics live stream and 88 won the Berg. 88 won the Berg, your Music Central, and the Central Washington University Athletics live stream. Ladies and gentlemen, we have rejoined the action here at the Nicholson Pavilion. Folks, we have your Central Washington Lady Cats taking on their opponents, Evergreen State, the Gooey Ducks. Folks, we just saw a matchup between the men's teams, which saw Central Washington win by an astounding 29 points. By a final score of 108 to 79. That would be a whole nother type of game, folks. I would have been jumping out of my shoes explaining that one to you. But that doesn't take away from what we have that's about to transpire on the court here. Now, a couple of changes for those of you who are listening here on the radio. Something that is different between men's and women's college basketball is, of course, that we have quarters when it comes to the women's squads. Now, with the men's team, of course, we run on halves. You have the first half and the second half. With women's basketball, you have 4 quarters. So keep that in mind as we proceed through this game, as the wording is going to be quite a little bit different. But as of right now, we are introducing all of our players for this game, and sooner or later, we will be beginning. Now, folks, this has been quite the year for your Lady Cats, as I've explained before. Currently sitting at 9-3 on the season. And as they come into this game, you can't imagine they're anything but confident, especially after playing the Gooey Ducks especially after watching the Gooey Ducks to this point in the season. Now, when you look at a statistical analysis, you're not necessarily seeing what you may want to see if you are the Gooey Ducks. Now, they average about 10 points less than their opponents, which, like I said before, following along the lines that you don't necessarily want to see. Not only that, but they've given up about 13 more steals than they have themselves. Looking a little bit further down the line, you may see that their rebounding is one of their better categories. This Gooey Duck team is very good at making sure that the inside is accounted for. They've done a good job making sure that they're bringing down rebounds throughout the games that they've played so far on the year. And really, what they've been able to do is they've been able to set themselves apart in at least one facet of the game. So we'll see how the Lady Cats are able to adjust to that as we get ready for the tip-off here. It appears that we are started here as Central Washington wins the tip-off, and just like that, we have begun. Now starting it off for the Wildcats is Tori Maida. She's going to pass out left to Asher Kai. Kai now back to Maida on the perimeter. Passes this one outright once again. This one returned to Maida, back to Kai. Kai looking for something, moving out left, takes a mid-range shot. This one is up and off, though rebounded by the Wildcats, and it's a shot put up and knocked down by Sunny Huerta. So just like that, we begin things where we left off on Saturday, as the Lady Cats with a quick, efficient score. Now on the other end, here come the Gooey Ducks, moving around the exterior and now driving in. Taking a step back, it's number 10. Passing this one out now a couple of times, and it's going to be a mid-range shot put up and finding the net and the ground before the rim. So just like that, the Wildcats take over. And this one, after being inbounded, will once again be the Wildcats. So now this one tossed up. Sunny Huerta, ball in hand at the top of the key. Passes out right to Maida. Maida now back to Asher Kai. Kai wanted the three, doesn't take it. Instead takes a shot out right. Pass now a couple of times. Maida passes over to Huerta. Huerta to Sims. Sims now back to Maida. This one out. Coronado takes a three, but this one is up and off. Rebound goes to Central, and then a shot is put up and a foul is called as I believe it was Asher Kai who went up for the shot. The Wildcats, 2-0, have the only score of the game so far, and Asher Kai will look to extend that. Shot is put up and knocked down by Asher Kai, who has a 91% field goal percentage so far here on the season. She'll look to extend that with one more. And with that one going in, she's now 62 for 68 from the free throw line this season. Quite a few opportunities and not so many games. Now here come the Gooey Ducks once again, moving out right, avoiding the Central defense. Now driving in against two Lady Cats, goes up the shot, but it's going to find its way out of bounds before a shot is taken. And just like that, it's going to be the Gooey Ducks retaining possession, but we'll only have 16 seconds to work with. Tosses in, moved around a couple times, now on the interior, going up and putting up the shot. Not only that, but making it is number 24, Jalen Sackrider of the Gooey Ducks. And here comes Central Washington. This one to Capri Sims. Sims loses this one, but it's picked up by Coronado, who gives it to Huerta. Tosses out to Maida. Maida back to Coronado. Coronado to Huerta for three. Bang! Sonny Huerta for three. That extends the Wildcat lead to 5 with about 8 minutes remaining in this first quarter of action. Here come the Gooey Ducks on the other end, looking to answer. A mid-range shot appeared to be what was happening there, but it wasn't taken. Passed around a couple of times. Now moving around on the exterior and putting up a shot is number 44, Tyra Brown. But that one will not find the hoop, and instead it'll be Central Washington taking over. Now this one's tossed up. It's Asher Kai making the drive. She takes a step back. Now tosses over to Maida. Maida to Kai. Kai wanted it but didn't take it. Back out. Tori Maida. 3. Bang! Just like that, 10-2, your Lady Cats with an 8-point lead. And the Wildcat family of basketball teams not stopping on the momentum that has been picked up throughout today. Passed around a couple of times. Now on the exterior, searching for somebody. Tosses out left to the top of the key. Now moving out left off the screen. Shot is put up and it's missed. Rebounded by Kai. Here come the Lady Cats. Tossed up to Maida. Maida outright. Back to Kai. Kai at the top of the key. Searching for somebody. She's going to go out left and she's going to find Coronado. Coronado back to Kai. Back to Coronado. Playing some hot potato here. Toss it into Capri Sims. Sims now. Maida for 3 again. Bang! Tori Maida. Back-to-back 3 balls. Your Lady Cats take an 11-point lead, and we'll be right back in about 30 seconds here on 88.1 The Berg and your Central Washington University Athletics live stream. .88.1 The Berg, your Music Central and your Central Washington Athletics live stream. Ladies and gentlemen, I am Ryan Gildersleeve, your play-by-play broadcaster for not only tonight's event, but for all of the events throughout winter break. Ladies and gentlemen, we have Central Washington Lady Cat basketball going on against Evergreen State College. The Gooey Ducks right now trail 11 points, not even 4 minutes into the beginning of this game. The Gooey Ducks now passing it around on the exterior. Moving it in and out, and a 3-point shot is taken and knocked down. That one by Jalen Sackrider. Now here come the Lady Cats. This one tossed around a couple of times. Now into the hands of Asher Kai for 3, looking to keep the momentum rolling. Instead, it's Capri Sims picking up the rebound, going for the second chance points, doesn't get it, grabs the ball again, and now a wide open shot is taken, but this 3 is up and off. It's rebounded, though, by Sonny Huerta, who's moving around, passes this one up, and now it's in the hands of Asher Kai. Kai tossing up to Capri Sims, and just like that, the ball movement proves effective. A 10-point lead is maintained by the Lady Cats. And now just about 4 minutes into this first quarter of action, the momentum definitely steering in one direction. Tossed around the exterior a couple of times here by the Gooey Ducks. Now pass to the outside. Looking for something here. Here's a mid-range shot. And this one is going to be up and off, rebounded by the Lady Cats. Asher Kai in specific tosses up to Sonny Huerta. Huerta maneuvering the perimeter. Passes out left to Kai. Kai now advancing. Has a screen, doesn't take it. Passes off to Coronado. Coronado to Huerta. Huerta to the corner for 3. This one is up and off, rebounded and passed into Coronado. Though on the ground, a jump ball is going to be called, and it will go in the favor of the Gooey Ducks. So Evergreen State takes over there on a jump ball. 15-5, still your score. About halfway into this first quarter of action. 5 minutes, 19 seconds remaining. And here they come. Marching down the court once again are the Gooey Ducks. Moving out right, looking for something. Here's the pass. This one to Sydney Vaness. Vaness to the inside with Sackrider. This shot put up, and it's going to be knocked down through the foul. So an and one opportunity for Sackrider. And now we await the free throws. Sackrider getting ready here. First shot is up and good, and she's going to get that to go. So she converts on the and one, and just like that, the Lady Cats take over. Sunny Huerta with the ball. She attempts a pass over, but it's not going to find anybody. Instead, it'll find the seats, and just like that, the Gooey Ducks will have another opportunity. That one appeared intended for Malia Smith, as here come the Gooey Ducks once more. Handling the ball is Allison Debery. Passes this one out. Shot is taken, and it's going to be a mid-range. Gotten to go. And here come the Lady Cats once again. Here's Sunny Huerta with the ball on the exterior. Passes out to Coronado. Coronado moving out right. Handoff back to Huerta. Huerta gets a screen. Now driving to the interior. Gets a layup up, but doesn't get it to go. It's rebounded by the Lady Cats. More specifically, that one going to fall into the hands of Shelby Blodgett, it appeared. But the ball did find its way out of bounds, though, off of the Gooey Ducks. So now the inbound is in. It's right to Asher Kai, who has a wide open three, and you cannot leave her open on the perimeter. One of the most dangerous three-point shooters in the GNAC, and she shows it there. 4 minutes, 20 seconds remaining in the first quarter of action. Ball being tossed around the perimeter, looking to make something happen. Here's a shot, making it to the interior and getting it to go. Back-to-back plays. It scores for Jenna Glenzel. Now here once again come the Lady Cats. It's Coronado looking for the pass. She's going to get this one out to Huerta. Huerta now over to Maida. To Kai for three. Bang! Asher Kai gets it to go on back-to-back plays. Ladies and gentlemen, before the beginning of this game, we spoke about the outside scoring of the Lady Cats, and this just goes to show how prolific they can be from beyond the arc. A foul is called on the play, but really, folks, 21-12, and the numbers would suggest it might be a little bit worse off. This team has been electric from the gates. With 3 minutes and 45 seconds remaining in the first quarter, we'll see how they're able to finish it off. This ball is going to find its way out of bounds off of number 24, Jalen Sackrider. And just like that, taking over will be the Lady Cats. Capri Sims, the inbounder, gets it into Maida, who tosses over to Huerta. Huerta now coming in on the right side, driving for the interior, gets a layup to go. Looks about as easy as you could make it seem. And just like that, here come the Gooey Ducks once more. Passes out to the exterior. And now onto the interior with Sackrider. Passes out. Now some shifty dribble moves. Takes a step back. Passes out. Shot is taken and knocked down by Sydney Vaness. So 3 more points on the board for the Gooey Ducks. And this ball is going to find its way out of bounds while staying in possession of the Lady Cats. And now subbing in for the Lady Cats is going to be number 14, Kira Marsh. She comes in the spot of Coronado. And it'll be Capri Sims, the inbounder for the Lady Cats. 23-15 your score. And here's the toss into Maida. Tori Maida driving her way in. Stopping on the exterior. Dribbles around a couple of times, definitely looking for something. Picks up her dribble and passes over to Huerta. Huerta now coming in on the interior again, slashing. Puts this one up, but it's up and off. Rebound can't be acquired by the Cats. Here come the Gooey Ducks. Number 10 bringing the ball up for the Gooey Ducks. That is Honey Padasado. And here they come. A shot is put up. Rebound is acquired. And after this one, it's going to be brought in by Asher Kai. Kai is going to toss over to Maida. Maida now into the corner. 3-point shot is taken, and it's knocked down. Sunny Huerta adding on to her scoring total for tonight. And here once again, they come. Ball being tossed around the exterior a couple of times, finding its way back to the primary ball handler. A wide open three is going to be taken, and this one is off the back iron, rebounded by Sonny Huerta. Tossed up to Maida, and now they bring it down one more time. Tori Maida tossing up to Capri Sims. Easy assist, easy bucket. Easy 13-point lead for your Central Washington Lady Cats as they extend their totals to 28, while the Gooey Ducks hang behind at 15. Now tossed onto the interior, at least intended for the interior, was that pass, but instead it'll find its way out of bounds. That one attempted by Sydney Vaness. It'll be the Gooey Ducks inbounding here with 1:50 on the clock. And here it comes. Quick shot in, quick shot up, rebounded by Kai. Tossed over, and once again, here we come. Central Washington moving the ball around a bit. Sonny Huerta for three. This one is up and off, though, and rebounded by the Gooey Ducks. So doing a good job of staying aggressive on the interior is Evergreen State, though they're not going to be able to score on the fast break opportunity. Here comes Tori Maida driving up the middle, passes out to Huerta. Huerta to Kai for three. Bang! Asher Kai adds another three onto the scoring total for your Central Washington Lady Cats, and you might be experiencing just a tad bit of deja vu, as 31-15 is the score we've seen today. That's right. Here are the Gooey Ducks missing a three-point opportunity as your Central Washington Lady Cats have their scoring total doubled. Here comes Sonny Huerta, moving her way down the left side, passes out to Tori Maida. Maida moving forward, passing out to the exterior. Now another pass finds its way to Huerta. Now to Maida for three! This one up and off the back iron. I would have been jumping out of my chair if that one had gone in, so probably for the best. But here come the Gooey Ducks, moving their way in, working against Sonny Huerta. Here's the shot. This one up and off the back iron, rebounded now by the Wildcats. More specifically, Asher Kai tossed up to Maida, and she will start this drive up. 23 seconds on the shot clock, about 28 on the real clock, separated by just about 8 seconds here. Sonny Huerta is going to dribble the clock down a little bit. The Lady Cats probably wanting the last shot here. Now moving out right off the screen from Sims. Passes to the exterior, and a three-point shot put up and knocked down by Kira Marsh. Her first points of the night come from beyond the arc, just like many of our Lady Cats here tonight. Now this one tossed around a couple times. A shot is put up and knocked down. An impressive shot by Thuvi Tran. And just like that, that's going to bring our first quarter of action to a close. So we're going to go ahead and send it off to break. Be back in just a moment here on 88.1 The Berg and your Central Washington University Athletics live stream. .88.1 The Berg, your Music Central and the Central Washington University Athletics live stream. I am Ryan Gildersleeve, your play-by-play commentator for tonight. Folks, we have something going on here. 17-34. Your Lady Cats at the end of one quarter have doubled the scoring total of Evergreen State. That's right, the Gooey Ducks not able to stop the offensive onslaught of the Lady Cats here tonight. Three balls raining in from everywhere. We've seen multiple from Asher Kai. We've seen one from Tori Maida. Multiple from Sonny Huerta. We saw one just a moment ago by Kira Marsh. Folks, there are three balls raining from the ceiling And really, it's hard to tell when it's all going to stop. I mean, we've got our second quarter of action just about to begin here, just waiting on the Gooey Ducks to break their huddle. And once that happens, I mean, we'll, of course, get to see where the momentum ends up leading this game to. But I have to say, there's not a whole lot it appears that the Gooey Ducks are going to be able to do to stop Central Washington at this point. Everything just working out so well on the offensive side of the ball. And then when you move to the defensive side of the ball, really a lot of the shots that have been put up haven't really needed to have been contested. And as bad as that may sound, really it's just it goes to show how the perimeter defense and the interior defense of this Central Washington team can make things happen. Not only that, but another key to the game that I feel like we've seen so far is the fact that the Central Washington Lady Cats are reeling in offensive rebound after offensive rebound after offensive rebound. They've been doing a great job of making sure that the rock stays in their possession. So let's see, as the game once again begins, how they're going to do as Coronado hands this one off to Sunny Huerta. Huerta moving out right. Instead, she's going to put up a shot. This one rebounded now, sent out to the exterior. Here's Asher Kai driving in, sends this one out to Marsh. Marsh now moves it around a couple of times. Now in the hands of Marsh, she passes out left to Coronado. Coronado takes the screen, moves out right, passes out. Marsh for three, and this one up and off. Rebounded now by the Gooey Ducks, and here they come, marching down the court. Sitting on the perimeter now against Asher Kai. This one passed out left. Returned right back to her, and now sent to the interior. This one to Sackrider. Sackrider driving in. Back out to the exterior, and a shot is put up. And this one will not fall. That one attempted by Sydney Vaness, who has already gotten a shot or two to go herself tonight. She currently, as now the Lady Cats bringing it down. And it's brought over by Kai. Kai now handing this one off. Driving in, putting up the shot is Malia Smith, but she's fouled on the play, so it appears. The foul is going to be called against Central Washington. More specifically, Olivia Huntsinger. So the freshman picks up her first foul of the night, and here come the Gooey Ducks. Passing this one onto the interior, it's Vaness. Vaness now working, puts up a shot. She's not going to get this one to go, and it's going to be rebounded now by Sackrider. Sackrider passes over on the outside. Moves it around once more. Here's a three ball put up, and this one is off. Rebounded now by Huerta. Huerta bringing it up past the midcourt logo. Hands this one off to Smith. Smith now driving, giving this one to Coronado. Coronado at the top of the key. Driving to the interior. Puts up a layup, but this one is off. Rebounded now by Sackrider. And it's going to be the Lady Cats stealing the ball right on back. So a turnover by the Evergreen State Gooey Ducks is going to lead to Coronado handing this one off. Now to Huerta to Smith, it appeared, for that three ball, but that one was off. Now rebounded by the Gooey Ducks, and they bring it down once more. Tossed up, and this is going to be Sackrider putting up and knocking down her her fourth shot of the night, giving her 8 points total. Now here's Coronado. She's going to get the screen from Huntsinger and drive in. Back to Huntsinger, and here's 2 points for the Wildcats. 19 is your current score. Here comes the Gooey Ducks. Vanessa with the ball in hand, working against Huerta. Tosses to the interior with Sackrider. Now she puts up the shot, and Baysinger can't defend it. It'll be 2 more on the board for the Gooey Ducks. Now this one's tossed up, and will find its way out of bounds. So Coronado's attempt there not quite going to do what it was intended. It's going to be Capri Sims, Tori Maida, and Asher Kai re-entering the game for the Lady Cats, standing side by side with Coronado and Malia Smith. So coming off of the court will be Huerta and Huntsinger. And now here's the pass. This one over to Sackrider. Sackrider to over 2 more times. And now working on the exterior are the Gooey Ducks. Passes around once more. Now to Vaness. Vaness guarded by Kai. Going to drive in now. Puts up the mid-range shot and gets that one to go. A very clean shot put up and knocked it down. And here come the Lady Cats, is practically identical to the last attempt. This pass will find its way out of bounds in the same area. 36-23 your score. The Wildcats now leading by 13 points. And here come the Gooey Ducks. Moving around a little bit, trying to arrange the offense. Driving in, now on the exterior, hands this one off. Out left now. Going to pass back to the top of the key. Driving in, and this one is stolen by Kai. Kai now coming up the left side. And she's going to drive in, take on two gooey decks on her own, put up a shot, but that one's up and off. Rebounded now by Sims. Out to Maida. Maida out to the exterior with Coronado. Thought a three-point shot was going to fly there, but it wasn't. Now here's Coronado bringing in the screen from Sims, using it, going out left, passing to Kai. Kai into Sims, but the ball's going to be stolen. Now it's going to be the Gooey Ducks bringing it up. Here they are. This one passed up to the top of the key. Wants the shot, isn't going to take it. And it's going to be Vanessa shooting this one out right. Now onto the interior. Sackrider working now against Sims. Won't put up the shot, instead passes out. Now a shot put up on the interior is off. Rebounded by Sims. Passed out a couple of times. It'll find its way into the hands of Smith. Malia Smith now heading out right, using the screen from Sims. Hands this one off. Coronado now heading out left. Driving into the interior, puts up a layup, and it's off. But a foul is called. 36-23, still your score. A 13-point lead for the Lady Cats, and somebody is about to shoot two free throws. It appears as if it's going to be Coronado. So we'll look in at the free throw numbers on the season so far for Annalie Coronado. Of course, this is her first year on the team for the Lady Cats. She's 17 for 20 so far from the free throw line, shooting about 850%. This one's going to be up and off the back iron, and so that will go against that percentage there, but not too much, and we'll see if she can rebound with the second shot. Coronado, and she'll knock down the second free throw. So that pushes the Lady Cat lead to 14 points. Gives Coronado her first point of the game, and gives the Gooey Ducks a chance to do something here on the offensive side. Moving out right, guarded by Maida. Wants to toss this one out left, can't do it quite yet. Motion here. This is one to Vanessa. Vanessa to Sackrider. Sackrider to the exterior. Now being guarded quite closely. Passes out again. A three-point shot is attempted, and this one nowhere near it. Rebounded by Sims. Sims moving her way up now. Tosses this around a couple of times to Kai. Kai to Maida for three. Bang! Tori Maida once again from three-point range. That's her third of the night. And here come the Gooey Ducks. Now down by 17. Working around the exterior as they have for most of the game. Passed out one more time. Now in the right side corner. Passed out. Shot taken. A long mid-range is missed. Rebounded by Tori Maida. Now here she comes. Tosses this one out left. This one to Malia Smith. Smith to Sims. Sims on the interior. Gets that one to go. Two more points for the Lady Cats. 42-23. 4 minutes remaining in this first half of action. And this one's going to be tossed out right. Still in the corner, running the same offensive set as before. Moving this around a couple more times. It's Vanessa for three. This one is off. And it's going to be an over-the-back foul. At least it appears it will be an over-the-back foul. Called against number 44, Tyra Brown. Substitution for the Cats. And a timeout. So we're going to take 1-2. Be back in just about 30 seconds. Here on 88.1 The Berg, your Music Central, and the Central Washington University Athletics live stream. .88 The Berg, your Music Central, and the Central Washington University Athletics live stream. Welcome back to your Central Washington Lady Cats taking on Evergreen State College. Ladies and gentlemen, it's been a great night of action up until this point, and now we've got the Gooey Ducks looking to mount some sort of comeback against the ever-dominant Lady Cats here. Here's the inbound, and a quick shot put up after it, but this ball going to find its way out of bounds and into the possession of the Lady Cats. The inbounder will be Capri Sims, tossing this one into Tori Maida. And now Tori Maida bringing it up for the Lady Cats. 4 minutes remaining in this first half of action. Tori Maida scrolling out right, sitting on the exterior now, waiting for something here. Not a lot of movement, but she is going to find Asher Kai. Asher Kai moving forward, takes a step back move, almost loses her defender, sends it out to Maida. Maida now driving, tosses this one over. No three-pointer on this one. Out to Kai for three. Bang! Asher Kai adds another three. And the Lady Cats add on to their scoring total, now leading by 22 points. Asher Kai's 11th of the night so far. And now it's tossed around the perimeter a couple of times for the Gooey Ducks. Now here's Vanessa. Vanessa tossing over. And now driving around a couple of times is Madison Hagen. Hagen going to toss to the outside. Now driving in is the Gooey Duck guard. And it appears that it's going to be Hagen taking the last second shot, and she will. It's going to be batted away, though, and taken in by the Lady Cats. Asher Kai bringing it down. Shoots this one out right. Tori Maida now shooting right again into the corner. Now moving it around just a little bit. Brought to the outside. At least the pass was intended to the outside for Asher Kai, but it'll find its way outside. And that'll maintain Lady Cat possession. And a substitution will occur on the court. Malia Smith comes off. And now it is the Lady Cats inbounding, still leading by 22. 2 minutes and 50 seconds remaining in this second quarter of action. Here's Tori Maida receiving the inbound, sitting here atop the key. Takes the screen from Asher Kai, then sends it out back to her for another three-point opportunity. This one not going to go in her favor, though. And now here come the Gooey Ducks, moving down the right side. Guarded closely, shoots it around a couple of times, still on the perimeter, more towards the top of the key now. Being guarded closely, sends it out right, sends it out left again. Now this one onto the interior, being guarded by Capri Sims, back out to the corner, driving, trying to run around Central Washington, just unable to do so, and yet another layup opportunity will not go for the Gooey Ducks. Rebounded by Central, tossed out, Capri Sims wide open for three, but this one is up and off. A chance to give every Wildcat starter a three-pointer already, but not quite going to be accomplished there. Is now Asher Kai with ball in hand, drives out, shoots this one to the corner, shot over again. Now driving in, back to Kai. Kai out, Maida for three. This one up and off the back iron, rebounded by the Gooey Ducks, and here they come. Ladies and gentlemen, how exciting of a game so far. 1 minute and 30 seconds left in the second quarter of action. First half. Tori Maida guarding the ball handler, moving out right. Now shoots this one out left. Shot is taken by Vanessa, and she's going to get it to go. So that's going to break the streak for the Gooey Ducks of missed shots. Still a minute on the clock. Here's Tori Maida moving out right, looking for something. Sends this to Asher Kai. Kai had an open opportunity, doesn't take advantage of it though. Sends it into Capri Sims, who's going to put up a shot of her own and get it to go with the foul. So an and one opportunity for Capri Sims. And the Lady Cats have an opportunity to push this lead back to 22 points. So a substitution here as Tori Maida comes off the court. And coming on to the court instead is going to be number 14 for the Lady Cats, Kira Marsh. And now taking the and one opportunity will be Capri Sims, and she's going to make the most of it, recording the point there. Now 47-26 your score. And quickly, Capri Sims checks out of the game. So now here comes Evergreen State, trailing by 22 with a minute to make something happen, to make it look a little bit less ugly. Here it comes Vanessa, puts up a fadeaway mid-range shot and gets it to go. Great effort from Vanessa so far on the night. And here come the Cats. Here's Sunny Huerta passing to the corner. Shot looked like she wanted it, but she's not going to take it. Passes this one over. Now driving in. It's passed out to Johnson. Johnson to Huerta. Now here's Huerta driving in. Sends it to the outside. Three-pointer is taken and three-pointer is missed. Rebounded, though, once again by the Lady Cats. And that allows Riley Leishman to put up a shot and miss it. Hometown gal, Riley Leishman, graduating from Ellensburg High School. This is her first year on the team. As now 14 seconds on the clock remain in this second quarter of action. And now here they come, the Gooey Ducks, with 5 seconds to make something happen. A three-pointer on the outside will not go. Rebounded by the Lady Cats, and just like that, 48-28, your final score at the end of two. Your Lady Cats lead it by 20, and we'll be back in just a moment to wrap up what we've seen throughout the first half of action and get you ready for the second half here on Central Washington University's Athletics live stream and 88.1 The Berg. 88 won the Berg, your Music Central, and the Central Washington University Athletics live stream. Ladies and gentlemen, I am Ryan Gildersleeve, your play-by-play broadcaster. Not only that, but you could also say your color commentary guy. I mean, hey, I'll take both roles if you're going to give them to me. But with that being said, ladies and gentlemen, we have been witnessing quite the onslaught offensively from your Lady Cat basketball team here tonight. At multiple points, they have had double their opposition scoring total. Right now, sitting at 48-28. That's right, a 20-point lead heading into halftime for your Lady Cats, who have just been on fire. Ladies and gentlemen, up until this point in the game, we have seen some of the best shooting that I have ever seen coming from the Division II in general, honestly. I mean, we've seen three ball after three ball after three ball after three ball. Ladies and gentlemen, not only are they connecting from mid-range, not only are they getting shots to land on the interior, but your Lady Cats are knocking down three ball after three ball. I mean, that's the only way to put it. Up until this point in the game, Asher Kai with 14 points of her own. And as you move around the totals, they all kind of fluctuate along that same line. We've already seen 3 3-pointers hit by Tori Maida tonight. We've seen a couple already put up by Sunny Huerta. This team is operating at its fullest extent. At least that's what it appears to be. If there's another gear that they can kick it into to go even further than this, then I think that the rest of the GNAC and Division II in and of itself need to be quaking. Come March, you never know what's going to happen with a team like this that can be so explosive on just a drop of a dime. Ladies and gentlemen, this is a team that can kick it into gear whenever they so please, and we're going to be back in just about 4 or 5 minutes for the beginning of these, or excuse me, about 8 minutes. Sorry, my view is a tad bit obstructed, but not necessarily. With that being said, we'll be back in about 8.5 minutes to begin the second half of action here at the Nicholson Pavilion. won the Berg, your Music Central, and the Central Washington University Athletics live stream. Ladies and gentlemen, Ryan Gildersleeve here, your play-by-play broadcaster. Not only for today, but for the entirety of winter break. Ladies and gentlemen, we've been here broadcasting Central Washington basketball on both the men's and women's side since the very beginning of winter break. And we don't intend on stopping until this next half concludes, and we have no more to do until we come back. Folks, we have the Central Washington Lady Cats firmly in control of the driver's seat, up 20 points, 48-28 against the Evergreen State Gooey Ducks. Ladies and gentlemen, what a matchup it's been so far. What a matchup it's going to be. We wait as the ball is tossed in, and we have begun the second half of action. That's the better way of putting it. As here we are, the Gooey Ducks getting things started early, scrolling out left, handing this one off. This one to Vanessa. Vanessa passes this one right back, and a three-point shot is put up and nailed. This one put up and hit by Honey Patacedo. And now it is Coronado bringing it up for the Cats. Hands this one off. No, doesn't hand it off. Instead drives straight to the rack and gets this one to go. Quick 2 points put on the board for the Wildcats. And here come the Gooey Ducks. Moving out left. Passes right back. This one right back out to Patacedo. Now onto the interior. Shot is put up. This one is off by Sackrider. And now back to the Lady Cats it goes. Tori Maida bringing it up. Passes out to Asher Kai. Kai now heading out to her left. Sends it to the corner to Sunny Huerta. Puts up a three, but this one is up and off. Not rebounded, but sent out of bounds by the Lady Cats, leading to the Gooey Ducks taking possession of the basketball. Now this one is tossed in to the primary handler, Allison Debery. She will face Tori Maida here. Now standing at the top of the key, going to pass in. Looked like it was intended for Vanessa. It was. She got it. Now sitting here on the post, looking for something. And the whistles will blow. And just like that, Central Washington takes back control of the basketball. I believe that was probably a 3 or 8 second violation of some sorts, though I will say I'm not exactly sure from my vantage point, as here comes Coronado for the Lady Cats. Moves out right, fakes the handoff once again to Huerta, tosses out to Capri Sims. Sims cross court to Maida. Maida to Kai. Kai back to Sims. Passes over, and Sunny Huerta going to knock it down. So the ball movement for the Lady Cats showing to be one of the more important facets of their game. Up 52-31. And I'd love to see how many of those points came off of assists. As whistles blow, a foul is called, and it will be against Asher Kai. So she picks up her first foul of the night. We're just about 2 minutes removed from the beginning of this second half of action. 8 minutes remaining in your third quarter of action. Now this one immediately off the inbound toss to Vanessa, who puts up a close shot, but it's up and off. Rebounded by the Cats, and here comes Tori Maida. Coming down the right sideline, she's going to toss this one back to Coronado. Takes the screen from Sims, drives, puts up the layup, and gets it to go. Coronado showing how good of a slasher she can be, as here come the Gooey Ducks, moving down the left side of their end of the court. Here they come, puts up the shot, and it's going to be up and off. Rebounded by Capri Sims, tossed up to Tori Maida. Maida now to to Sunny Huerta. Huerta now takes the step back, takes the Sims screen, sends it to Sims, gets the shot to go! So just like that, back-to-back plays with great pick-and-roll action, leading to a score at the rack. 56-31 your score. And here are the Gooey Ducks passing it back to Vanessa. Vanessa now out, and it's gone to the interior. Sackrider passes this one out to the exterior. Now over. 3-point shots taken. Already made one this quarter, but this one is up and off. Rebounded by Central Washington. And it's Tori Maida tossing it over to Asher Kai. Kai coming up the left side. Tosses it. And that one kind of a Hail Mary for Capri Sims. She's not going to end up taking it. Instead, it'll be the Gooey Ducks taking possession. 25-point lead for your Lady Cats. With about 7 minutes remaining in this third quarter of action. And now, once again, it'll be Debery, the ball handler for the Gooey Ducks, coming up, heading out right. Hands this one off. Now hand it off again, this time to Vanessa. Vanessa being guarded closely, takes a three. This one up and off the back iron and rebounded by Capri Sims. Tossed over to Coronado, and they get it started. Now over. Now here's Asher Kai. Scrolling out left. Mid-range shot will fall. Asher Kai up to 16 on the night. Here come the Gooey Ducks. Tosses up. And it's going to be Vanessa knocking down a long mid-range shot, just about a step away from being a three-pointer, but not able to get that one. And here's Sunny Huerta. Huerta on the exterior, takes the screen from Sims. Now looking to shoot the pass out somewhere. Instead, she's going to take a fadeaway mid-range, which will not fall. Instead, it's going to be rebounded by Debery, who's going to have the ball passed out left. Now onto the interior with Sackrider. Sackrider puts up the shot. This one up and off. Rebounded now by Maida. Now here's Tori Maida. Tosses it over to Asher Kai. Kai now moving in on the right. Tosses this one back out. And it's going to find its way to Coronado for three. Up and off. Rebounded by the Gooey Ducks. A close one on that shot. A great job of the Lady Cats hitting who they need to when they are wide open. Doing a great job showing off that basketball IQ, knowing when to pass. And the pass vision in and of itself has been a huge piece of this Lady Cat success tonight. A couple of substitutions here as Capri Sims and Tori Maida step off the court. Instead, it'll be Malia Smith coming into the game as well as one other player who is kind of being hidden by now. It's Shelby Blodgett. And just like that, we've got a timeout on the court. We'll take one, too. We'll be back in about 30 seconds here on 88.1 The Berg, your Music Central, and the Central Washington University Athletics live stream. The Berg, your Music Central, and the Central Washington University Athletics live stream. We are back, joining the action here as Central Washington and Evergreen State go head-to-head. Central Washington currently leads it by 25 points, 58-33. 5 minutes remaining in the third quarter of action. And the Gooey Ducks have the ball as it's passed in now to Vanessa. Vanessa driving against Coronado, puts up the shot, but it's up and off. Rebounded off the back iron. Almost rebounded by the Cats. It was not. Instead, it's going to be stolen, this time by Asher Kai. Kai gives it back to Coronado, and we start once again. Coronado coming up on the right side. To her left, she has Smith. Instead, she's going to go for Kai on the interior, but this one is not going to make it to her before it finds its way out of bounds. So 58-33, still your score. The Lady Cats have done a great job of keeping the separation at or around 20 points. Of course, right now, doing a great job on that front. Bringing it up now is Debery. Debery's going to pass this in to Vanessa. Vanessa takes the mid-range shot. This one is off the front of the rim, and it's going to be rebounded by Sunny Huerta. Huerta now coming up the right side. She's going to quickly stop, almost loses the ball. Instead, tosses it out to Asher Kai. Kai tosses this one up. Quick shot is put up and missed, and it's going to be to the exterior for Sunny Huerta. Three is attempted, but it's up and off. Now here come the Gooey Ducks driving in towards the center, up towards the top of the key. Now taking a step back. We'll see what Evergreen State decides to do here. Ball still on the exterior, tossed into Vanessa for the mid-range shot. She misses once again. Now here's Coronado bringing it up for the Lady Cats. Almost hands it off, doesn't. And that has been one of the better plays that we've seen consistently here tonight and in every one of these Lady Cat games. For the second time, it works to perfection as Coronado fakes the play that would typically be ran with any other guard, where they're going to just quickly bobble it back to each other, and she takes it herself, drives in, gets an easy layup. And all it goes to show that the basketball IQ can really propel a team in this league, as here are the Gooey Ducks passing the ball around the exterior, now to Vanessa, driving onto the to the interior, going up, Shot is put up, but it's off. Rebounded by the Lady Cats, more specifically Shelby Blodgett. Now this one is tossed out, and here comes Asher Kai. She's going to lose it quickly, though, and now here they come. The Gooey Ducks in the fast break. Put up a shot, but it's up and off. Rebounded once again by the Lady Cats. And this one tossed up in the hands of Coronado. Coronado on the exterior, guarded by Vanessa. Instead, they're going to switch. She's going to hand this one off to Asher Kai. Kai moving back towards the top of the key. Now driving, a foul is called. And it appears that the foul is going to be called against number 23 of the Gooey Ducks, Sydney Vanessa. And with that, a timeout is called. So we'll take one, too, and be back in just about 30 seconds here on 88.1 The Berg, your Music Central, and the Central Washington University Athletics live stream. 88.1 The Berg, your Music Central, and the Central Washington University Athletics live stream. Ladies and gentlemen, I am Ryan Gildersleeve, your play-by-play broadcaster for tonight's action. We've already seen a Central Washington men's team, which saw them win 108-79. That's right, a 29-point victory. Now, as we jump into the action with the Central Washington Lady Cat team, 60-33 your score, a 27-point lead. As quickly, a shot's gonna fall, and the Lady Cats earn themselves an opportunity to push the lead to 30 on a quick shot put up and knocked down by Shelby Blodgett. She'll now have an opportunity at the charity stripe. And the shot is put up. This one is up and off. Rebounded now by the Gooey Ducks. More specifically, it's going to be rebounded by Vanessa. Vanessa tosses over to Debris, and now here she comes. Debris tosses back to Vanessa on the exterior, moving it around a little bit more. Now it's back to Debris. Debris tosses to her left on the top of the key, tosses onto the interior. Shot is almost put up, but they won't make it that far. Whistles blow. And there's going to be a foul called against the Lady Cats. More specifically, it's going to be called against Shelby Blodgett, and there is going to be a substitution bringing her out of the game. So now here come the Lady Cats doing their thing against the Gooey Ducks, who have the ball on the exterior, trying to work some type of play up. And a quick pass to the exterior sees a shot put up by Vanessa, but that one's off, rebounded by the Lady Cats. Now tossed by Malia Smith up. That one was intended for number 17, that being not listed on the roster. So an interesting turn of events here, as number 17 is not listed on my roster. So here they come, playing in this one. This one's going to be knocked away. And it appears that my eyes are not treating me correctly. That was number 12, Olivia Hunsinger, which I was trying to identify. As now here are the Gooey Ducks passing in, taking a three fresh off the inbound, but this is up and off. Rebounded now by Malia Smith, and here come the Cats. Tossed up and tossed right back. Now driving in, this one's back to Kai. Asher Kai on the exterior. Got her defender close on her. She's getting the screen called up. She's going to move out to her left, lose the ball for a second, shovel it over. Now driving, back out to the exterior, Malia Smith puts up a shot, but it's up and off the back iron, rebounded by Asher Kai. Kai's going to toss back out to the exterior, giving another shot opportunity to her teammates, and it's back to Kai. Kai now calling for the screen. She's going to take it, move out right, and a foul is going to be called. Is it a foul or a travel? An interesting idea if it's a travel that was called. So we'll see how that one ends up boiling over. But your Lady Cats are still leading by 29 points, 62-33 your score. Exactly the point separation between Evergreen State and Central Washington's men's teams. As now here come the Gooey Ducks moving it around the exterior, trying to find something, driving in, and now passed around a couple of times. It's going to find its way to Sackrider, who puts up a mid-range shot, gets it to go. Cuts the lead down to 27, leaves a minute on the clock for the Lady Cats to do something here in this third quarter of action. Now scrolling out right is Sunny Huerta, hands the ball off. Now it's passed around a couple of times to the bench of the Lady Cats. And just like that, it'll be in possession of the Gooey Ducks. Not only that, but we'll have Malia Smith coming off the court in exchange for Tori Maida. And it appears that Sunny Huerta will also be coming off of the court. She will in exchange for, I believe, Riley Leishman. As now here come the Lady Cats in the ball in the hand of Tori Maida. Now calls for the screen, and a timeout's going to be called by the Lady Cats before we get any sort of action on that one. So we're going to call a timeout as well and be back in 30 seconds here on 88.1 The Berg and your Central Washington University Athletics stream. 88.1 The Berg, your Music Central, and the Central Washington University Athletics live stream. Welcome back to the action as your Central Washington Lady Cat basketball team takes on Evergreen State. Now here's Capri Sims with the ball, hands it off to Asher Kai for three. Bang! Asher Kai puts another three up on the board. Bring her to 19 on the night. And what a shot. That's going to add on to the Lady Cats lead, making it 30, 65-35 your score as the Gooey Ducks look to cut that down a little bit. Tosses on into the interior with Sackrider. Sackrider matched up now against Capri Sims, takes the fadeaway shot and gets it to go. An impressive performance tonight from Sackrider. As now here come Tori Maida and the Wildcats. She's going to hand this one off to Asher Kai. She's got the screen available to her. She's going to take it. A great screen by Sims sets up Asher Kai for a great shot. She just cannot get it to go, and that's going to do it for your third quarter of action. Your Lady Cats lead it by 28 points, 65-37 your score, and we'll be back in just a moment for the beginning of the fourth quarter of action here on 88.1 The Berg and the Central Washington University Athletics live stream. 88.1 The Berg, your Music Central and the Central Washington University Athletics live stream. Ladies and gentlemen, welcome back to the action. 65-37 your score as the Lady Cats hold a dominant 28-point lead here at the beginning of the fourth quarter. Folks, we have seen quite the game between these two squads as really, every single chance they've gotten to one-up each other in one opportunity in one facet of the game or another they've taken. Now, I will say, one of the sides has been far more successful when it comes to one-ing up the other, and I think that the score can dictate to you who they may be. Central Washington has been electric, shooting the ball from practically everywhere, and while they have slowed down just a slight bit since the opening of the second half, I can't imagine that this fourth quarter will hold anything but the same consistency that we've seen throughout the game. So as we rejoin the action, it appears that Capri Sims will be the inbounder, and it'll be Tori Maida receiving it. So there we are. Ball is in action. Clock is rolling, and the fourth quarter has begun. Here is Tori Maida tossing over to Capri Sims. Capri Sims working against Sackrider, now driving in, loses the ball. It's picked up by Vanessa. Vanessa now bringing it down for the Gooey Ducks. Guarded closely by Tori Maida. She works her way up, now shooting out right. Taking the mid-range shot, got it to go. Great shot there taken by Vanessa, who has been shooting quite well from all over the court tonight. Now here's Tori Maida bringing it up. She's going to toss this one up and over to Capri Sims. And Capri Sims will go up, put up a layup, but not be able to convert on it as it's taken in by the Gooey Ducks, more specifically Vanessa once again, who is now acting as the primary ball handler for Evergreen State. As she takes a bounce to the right, takes a three ball, and that one's no good. It's rebounded by Capri Sims and the Lady Cats. Tori Maida now, ball in hand, working against Evergreen State. She shoots this one out left. Now tosses it to Capri Sims. Capri Sims working against Sackrider, shoots it to the outside. Tori Maida, three ball, won't go. This one now rebounded by Sackrider, and here come Evergreen State. Vanessa will receive it and once again operate in that same primary ball handler role. She's working against Tori Maida as before. She's going to call for a screen, and she's going to take a shot right off of it, but it won't find the hoop. It'll instead find the floor out of bounds, and the Lady Cats will retake possession of the basketball. Substitution on the court as coming out of the game is going to be Capri Sims. Coming into the game in her place will be number 24, Aaliyah Finch. So here's Tori Maida, hands this one off, and now here's the shot put up and missed by Sunshine Huerta. Now it's Sunshine Huerta getting a steal, tossing it back to Tori Maida. Now Tori Maida back to Huerta. We'll see if she can get the points that she earned. Tosses it back to Maida. So now let's see as they've earned themselves yet another drive. Here comes Finch to set the screen. Maida's going to drive out right on it, and it appears a blocking foul will be called on Vanessa, which will result in the first foul of the, excuse me, that can't be right. One of the fouls of this second half. It appears that our little reader is not necessarily caught up. As here comes Tori Maida driving out left, shoots it back out right. Sunshine Huerta for three, bang! Sunshine Huerta does her thing, adds another three to the total, and she brings herself to 13 on the night. That makes it 68-39. Wildcats lead by 27. As on the other end, Vanessa will get a layup to go. She'll cut 2 points away from that addition. And here's Tori Maida driving up the court. Passes it to Sunshine Huerta once again. Screen is taken, given by Finch. Back out outside. Leichman, three, up, off, rebounded. Offensive rebound there by Finch, and it's stolen from her. Now it's tossed up, and this will be an easy layup for Evergreen State. So a turnover is going to lead to 2 points off of it for Evergreen State. A timeout is going to be called, and we're going to take one too, being back in about 30 seconds here on 88.1 The Berg, your Music Central, as well as the Central Washington University Athletics live stream. 88 won the Berg, your Music Central, and the Central Washington University Athletics live stream. I am Ryan Gildersleeve, your play-by-play broadcaster for today. Coming back into the action, Central Washington University Lady Cats taking on Evergreen State Gooey Ducks. And the Lady Cats have quite the lead, 25 points, 68-43. As we rejoin the action, not quite the play that illustrates that lead, but it will be the Lady Cats retaining possession of the basketball after a failed pass finds its way out of bounds. Malia Smith, the inbounder, tosses it up and over everybody to Asher Kai. Kai now to the corner, and now back over again. And Asher Kai takes the spinning fadeaway shot and knocks it down. Just like that. I will say that she did plant her foot before going for the fadeaway, but the shot is made one way or another, as here comes Vanessa. Vanessa now tossing to the outside. A toss to the interior. Not able to move around too well. Here's Sackrider tossing back to Vanessa. Vanessa now bringing in the screen from Sackrider and shooting a three. This one up and off the front iron, rebounded by Finch. Finch now tosses over, and it's Malia Smith bringing it up. Malia Smith tosses it around one more time. She's got Asher Kai out left. She's going to give it to her. Asher Kai back to Smith. Smith wanted the shot, won't take it. Instead shoots out left to Leichman. Leichman working on the exterior. This one now back out Asher Kai. Kai to the corner. Smith back. Kai. Wanted it, won't take it. Back to Smith. Smith shoots, scores! Three-pointer for Malia Smith in the corner. Adds three more to the Wildcat total. Now leading by 30 once again, 73-43. And here comes Vanessa handing this one off. A three-pointer shot. Wow. A three-point shot, about NBA range with that one, is going to be put up and knocked down. That time by Madison Hagan. And now here comes Asher Kai, tossing across the court once again. Now to Malia Smith for three. Bang! Malia Smith on back-to-back plays. Knocking down three balls for the Lady Cats. Keeping the 30-point lead intact and keeping the momentum swinging in their favor. Here comes Vanessa one more time. Moving out left. Taking the screen from Sackrider. Hands it off. Here's the shot. Hagan for three. So just trading three-pointers back and forth. Here comes Malia Smith. We'll see if she puts one up and tries to answer again. Tossed out Kai. Kai on the exterior. Moving out left. Tosses out. Back. Oh, a pass that would have made it to a wide-open Malia Smith. Almost gave us an opportunity to see these teams continue to throw haymakers at each other, but not quite. The Gooey Ducks have cut the lead down to 27, as now here's Malia Smith. Ball in hand, on the perimeter, shoots it around. Now to the corner for three. Leichman not able to connect. And now Vanessa bringing it up once more. Tossing this one up. Now guarded by by Malia Smith. Taking the step back. Out. Shot. Three is off. Rebounded by Asher Kai. Tossed up to Malia Smith. Will she attempt another one? She's wide open. She won't take it. She'll toss back. Now here is a pass to Asher Kai for three. This one up and off the back iron. Rebounded by Evergreen State. Tossed around a couple of times. Screen by Vanessa. Moving out left. Mid-range shot up and off the back iron. Rebounded here by Finch. Finch to Kai. And here they come once more. 27-point lead for the Wildcats. Here's Kai on the outside. Passes it around a couple of times. And this pass intended for Leichman will find the outside instead. Coming into the game in the place of Aaliyah Finch is going to be number 5 for the Lady Cats, that of course being Shelby Blodgett. And there is one more substitution too, but we'll have to wait until the end of the break to figure out who that is. So ladies and gentlemen, as they take a timeout on the court, we'll take 1-2 and be back in just about 30 seconds here on 88.1 The Berg, your Music Central, and the Central Washington University Athletics live stream. 88 The Berg, your Music Central, and the Central Washington University Athletics live stream. Welcome back. I am Ryan Gildersleeve, your play-by-play broadcaster for today. You can call me your color commentator as well. I'll definitely take both titles, as here is the game that we've been watching all night. Central Washington facing off against Evergreen State, 76-49, a 27-point lead for your Lady Cats. And as we rejoin the action, there's a quick foul leading to an inbound play for Evergreen State. So they're going to quickly toss this one in, and we are back to it. 3 minutes and 50 seconds remaining in the game. And here they come. Takes the screen, moves out left, driving in against the Cats. Wants a shot, doesn't have one. Sends it back to Vanessa on the exterior. Takes yet another screen, driving, taking them fadeaway shot. Off and off the back iron, but put up, and the second chance points are acquired by the Gooey Ducks. And now here they come. Malia Smith, ball in hand, passes out to Leichman. Leichman to the corner. Now from the corner, this one passed, cross court, three-pointer of Malia Smith, unable to connect on what would have given her her 9th points of the night so far. And here the Gooey Ducks tossing it around the exterior. Finds its way to Vanessa once again. Vanessa being guarded closely, passes out left. Now onto the interior. This one back to Vanessa. Vanessa working against the post. And she's going to have the ball stolen from her. Attempts a pass over, but it's easily stolen by Riley Johnson. Now tossed around a couple times. Here's Leichman to the corner. Three-pointer. Bang! Kira Marsh adding on yet another three-pointer. So just like that, Central Washington not straying away from what they've done all night, which is dominate. The Gooey Ducks on the exterior, wanting something to go here. 2 points would put it back to a 30-point differential. Now here we are on the exterior, moving it in to Vanessa. Mid-range shot, gets it to go. Now here come the Cats once more. Malia Smith, ball in hand. Moving in. The Lady Cats will once again toss it around the perimeter to the corner. 3, up and off, rebounded by the Gooey Ducks, more specifically by Vanessa. Vanessa moving in on her left, being guarded now closely by Marsh. She moves out right. Screen coming up. She's going to use it. Moves out right. Kira Marsh, a good job of avoiding the screen. Now this one passed out right. Guarded by Malia Smith is the ball handler. She passes over. Now into the post the ball goes, and a foul is called. It appears to have been a push. And this one is going to result in the ball staying in possession of the Gooey Ducks. Now we're going to have a substitution on the court, as coming out of the game is Shelby Blodgett. Coming in her place is going to be Olivia Huntsinger. And so the Gooey Ducks inbounding now. They'll toss right up and over to the exterior for a quick layup, which is not going to make it close to the rim. Instead, it's going to go out of bounds, leading to Central Washington retaking possession. Now here's the inbound, and Malia Smith with the ball in hand. Smith now moving out right once again. She's going to send it to the corner herself, and now back out to Malia Smith. Back to the corner once again. Moving out left, back to Smith. Smith, Johnson, 3! Up and off. And no rebound, the rebound will go to the Gooey Ducks there. There's a minute remaining in this game. The Gooey Ducks looking to just cut down the lead for Central as much as they can, and they're going to do it there with a quick layup. It's going to cut the lead down to 25 points, which is nothing to scoff at. Malia Smith now tossing it around, and it's going to find its way onto the interior. Wow. Hard offensive collision occurring there. It appears that it was number 14, Kira Marsh, who got kind of ran into there, or vice versa. She will go up for the free throws here. So far on the year, Kira Marsh from the free throw line, shooting 60%, 3 for 5 so far. See how she can extend that. And now 4 for 6. So now shooting about 66%. Look at that. You added about 16% to your free throw percentage in one shot, which is great to see from a statistical analysis, as the second shot is awaited. And just like that, she's going to miss the second one. So that's going to honestly probably put it back closer to the 50% range. But one way or another, a shot was put up, and a point was put on the board for the Lady Cats, giving them a 25-point lead once again. And now this one off the inbound, tossed to the outside, tossed around a couple times. Asher Kai, bang! Asher Kai with the 3-point shot. Or excuse me, not Asher Kai, Malia Smith. Sorry, I saw the 11, thought it was 21 for a second and was confused. But Malia Smith adding 3 more onto the clock for herself. 29 seconds remaining in this game. A quick step back 3 is attempted and missed by the Gooey Ducks. No longer a shot clock on the board. And it's going to be, and that appeared, did they call it travel here? Because that's what it appeared like. If they called it a jump ball, that would be interesting, because at the time that the whistle blew, it was 2 Gooey Ducks pulling the ball away from each other. So I'm not exactly sure how that's a jump ball, but it's more of like a sibling dispute, if you ask me. But, hey, moving the ball up now are the Gooey Ducks. They got about 13 seconds to make something happen here. Driving in, dropping the ball off, wanting a layup. It's not going to happen. Instead, Central Washington will take the ball, and we'll have 8 seconds to dribble it out. Ladies and gentlemen, Malia Smith's going to have the honors of ending this game for your Lady Cats. She dribbles it out, and just like that, your Lady Cats win this game 83-55. That's right, a 28-point victory for your Lady Cats to go along with the 29-point victory for your men's team. Ladies and gentlemen, stay right here, because we're not even going to take a break before we head into our post-game show. We're going to get it out of the way right now because we got a lot to say. Ladies and gentlemen, this was a game filled with high intensity. Your Lady Cat basketball team, just like they showed this last Saturday, can go against practically anybody. You bring a team like Evergreen State onto this court, and they're going to have this kind of result. Now, that is not a dig towards Evergreen State at all. That is just to say that this is a team in Central Washington that if you don't bring the correct height against them, you don't bring the correct defense against them, if you don't attack them on the perimeter, they're going to make you pay. And that's just what we saw tonight. Folks, we saw some great scoring performances from the likes of Asher Kai, Sunny Huerta, Tori Maida, and a whole other cast of characters. Folks, you just have to look down the game log and really understand how this game went, because dominance is not a word that I think means enough to describe how this game went. Now, as the teams vacate the court, we thank you for listening to our broadcast of Central Washington University basketball, not only here on 88.1 The Berg, but here on the Central Washington University Athletics live stream. Ladies and gentlemen, just like that, we will see you next time at the end of this month as we return for more Central Washington basketball. Until then, this is Ryan Gildersleeve signing off.